Hi, this is Vicki with My Paper Connection. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, and today I'm going to make a really pretty card. I use this making the Quite Curvy stamp set and the curvy dies, and I did a lot of blending, as you can see. And I just love how these beautiful leaves turned out. So without further ado, let's get started. For this card, I'm using Sahara Sand. It's 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. I'm also going to be using a layer of Mossy Meadow that is 4 by 5 1/4. And then this is a piece of the classic Christmas Designer Series paper. I'll give you a really quick peek at that. There's 3 different colors in this, and it is in the suite of the curvy celebration things. So here you can see cherry cobbler, and you can see different designs and patterns, and then there's shaded spruce, and then Sahara Sand. And it just makes such pretty cards. It's great for fall using this, but it's also great for Christmas. This is 3 5/8 by 5 1/8, I believe. Don't worry, all of the measurements will be in my blog post, which is across the screen, mypaperconnection.com. Okay, so before we do anything with that, we're going to go ahead and get our stamping done. And I'm going to do a whole lot of blending today. So I'm going to be using black memento ink to start out with. And I'm going to do this twice. So I'll show you what I'm doing, but I'm only going to show you on one of them because they're exactly the same. To do my blending for this card, I am using a nice variety of colors. They're all fall colors. And what I will do, you know, a lot of times I'll start with the light and then go with the dark. But for this one, I'm actually going to go with the dark first. And then I'm just going to kind of play with it. Some of it I'll blend, and some of it I won't because I want it to be a little bit sharper contrast. And I will also do matching leaves. So when I do a certain amount of leaves here, I'll do the same ones over here, but I'll fast forward through those just so that we're not doing this all day, okay? Okay, so I'm going to start out with my Mossy Meadow. And I'm going to use my bullet point for most of this. And I'm just going to go around, my larger leaves that I'm going to do. As you can see, the outline does not have to be perfect. I'm also going to do these little stems right in here as well. This is the light Mossy Meadow. Now I'm going to come back in with the light soft suede and just kind of go around the center of that because I want to add a little bit of darkness to it. And I'll go back in and fill in a little bit. The next one I'm going to use is Calypso Coral, and I'm going to do some outlining on this one. Whoops. Let me use the bullet point for that. Okay, so I want a little bit of a green in this. I want it to be kind of variated. So I'm just going to come in with some light old olive and just go in the center of it. It looks funny now, but it will end up being really pretty when I'm done. Then I'll come back in with a light Calypso Coral and just kind of blend that together. And I'm not going to actually blend all of it. I'm just going to leave a few spots here and there that are green. I'm not even going to touch that one because there's barely any green showing on it as it is. Okay, now let's go with pumpkin pie, and we'll use our darker one first. see, let's use a little bit of Mango Melody on that. Just kind of come in here in the center. And yes, I did get out of the line, but I'm not really bothered by it because it's all going to blend together, and I'm going to cut it out with the dies too. So, okay, now we're going to do a green that's going to end up having the cherry cobbler in it. So let's go with the dark Old Olive. We're going to come in with the cherry cobbler and just kind of go down the centers of it. Then I'm going to come back in with the light and just kind of blend all that together. Although I think I will come down around here too. I'm going to bring in a little bit of the light cherry cobbler. Just fill in some of that green. But I still want the green to show. Okay, now I'm going to bring in some dark Mango Melody and do a few of those in the yellow family. Don't worry, I'll be adding some other colors to it as well. Because you know, flower or leaves, whenever they start turn such beautiful different shades. So we got to do that. Okay, so I basically used light Mango Melody, a little bit of dark Mango Melody, and the light Old Olive. And I don't know if you caught it when I did it, but apparently I forgot to do this one the same color, so I was off a little bit on my colors there. So let's go with some Old Olive now, and we're going to add some brown into it, I think. And I'll use a little, that was the dark soft suede. So now I'm just going to fill it in with the light Old Olive. You can see how using the different colors, even though they're not in the same families, that it ends up coming out with really pretty deep, rich colors. Okay, let's make that one a yellow one as well. Okay. Now we're going to go with a little bit of an dark soft suede. And we'll finish these off. Apparently I forgot these, so let me finish these off with the light Old Olive. Okay. I think I might put just a little bit of the pumpkin pie in with the soft suede. And this is the light soft suede. Just going to kind of fill that in just a little bit. Okay, I'm not comfortable with this one, This was the light Calypso Coral, so I'm just going to fill in a little bit of that around the edges using the light. I still want the green to show, but it's just a little bit too, I don't know, outlined. Yep, that's better. So basically you just look at it, and if you see any areas where you're not happy with it, just tweak it a little. That's what I'm doing here. Just doing a little blending. Now that it's dried a little more, I see that there's some areas where I need to just blend just a little bit more. This is the light pumpkin pie where I mixed the Mango Melody, I think it was, with it. I still want the Mango Melody to show, and it will, especially since I let it dry a little bit and I'm coming back over it lightly. I'm happy with that now. So now I'm going to use my dies to cut that out, and these are the curvy dies. I really like them. You have one here that you can cut out ivy, a really pretty flourish type thing, and this will cut a smooth edge, but it'll also give you the little holes out of it. But this one is what fits for these, so I'll be right back. All right, so that's all cut out, and we're going to start putting our card together. So let's go ahead and glue. Let's see, do I want to use that? That's kind of festive, isn't it? No, I think I like the other side. I'm going to make this one a birthday card. Before I put everything in place, I'm just going to wrap a little bit of linen thread around it, and I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal and just put it along right there. Put it in place. I'm going to wrap it one time, and then I'm going to come around the back. Wrap it again. And then we'll bring it back here. And trim it off. Okay, then we'll go ahead and glue this down. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to put some dimensionals on the back of this. Alrighty, now I'm just going to place it right in here. Whoops. Like that. And we'll put this one right down here. The last thing we're going to do is to stamp our sentiment, which is in Mossy Meadow. Then I'm going to trim it down. Then I'm going to place some dimensionals behind it. And we're almost finished. Okay, the only thing left that I'm going to do, I'm going to feed this up under here. Then I'm just going to cinch that together and tie a bow. And to keep that in place, I'm just going to put my finger there and cinch it up to make it pretty. I'll do one on the other side and we'll be done. And that's got my birthday card finished. I really love how I did the, don't mean to brag on myself or anything, But I really love how this turned out and how I just tied it together and it cinches right there. The colors, it's just such a pretty card. Just a beautiful fall birthday card. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you have questions about it, please let me know, questions or comments. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, today would be a great day to do that. Just hit subscribe and ring the bell and you'll get notice when future videos come out. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye.